Brighton join race for championship hotshot striker labeled the new Gyokeres Swansea City forward. Zan Vipotnik is quickly becoming one of the most sought-after strikers outside the Premier League, with Team Talk sources revealing that several top-flight clubs are now keeping close tabs on the Slovenian attacker. Some scouts have even started comparing him to Victor Gyokeres, branding him as the new Gyokeres. Vipotnik has been attracting interest from English clubs for some time, going back to his spell at Bordeaux. But it was Swansea who took the chance on him, signing him on a free transfer from the troubled French club in 2024, a move that now looks like a brilliant piece of business. After a fairly modest first season in which he scored 7 goals, the 24-year-old has taken his game to another level this campaign. Now fully settled into the physical and tactical demands of the championship, Vipotnik has struck 22 goals, making him the current top scorer in the division. His rapid progress has certainly caught attention. One Premier League scout told us, "There is increasing belief among clubs that Vipotnik could follow a career path similar to Gyokeres." Gyokeres, of course, made his name in the championship, especially during his time at Coventry City, before earning a move to Sporting CP, where he exploded into one of Europe's most prolific forwards, scoring 97 goals in 102 appearances before sealing a major move to Arsenal last summer. Interestingly, Team Talk can confirm that Sporting, Gyokeres' former club, are also monitoring Vipotnik closely as they consider future attacking reinforcements. But they are far from alone in the chase, with Brighton among the Premier League sides showing strong interest. Brighton, who were the first club to bring Gyokeres to English football, are understood to have watched Vipotnik extensively. Alongside them, Newcastle United, Aston Villa, Everton, Leeds United, Brentford, and West Ham have all carried out detailed scouting on the striker. There is also serious interest from within the EFL, Coventry City and Ipswich Town, both with ambitions of playing Premier League football next season, are also believed to be monitoring his situation closely. Swansea moved swiftly last month to protect their position by handing Vipotnik a new long-term contract. However, sources suggest that decision was made largely to preserve his market value and strengthen the club's position in any future transfer talks, rather than as a clear sign he will remain in South Wales for the long term. With Premier League, clubs circling and interest from Europe continuing to grow, Swansea are facing an increasingly difficult battle to keep hold of their star striker, a player whose rise is starting to resemble one of football's most talked-about breakthrough stories in recent years. Chelsea seals 6-year agreement, with rising star Barco as Brighton set for windfall. Chelsea have convinced Valentin Barco to make a return to English football, with the Argentine talent agreeing to a 6-year deal ahead of a summer switch to Stamford Bridge, according to Team Talk. The Blues acted swiftly to bring the 21-year-old back to the Premier League after his impressive spell in France with sister club Strasbourg. Since joining from Brighton in February 2025, Barco has developed significantly and showcased his quality on a consistent basis. Brighton had initially won the race for Barco's signature from Boca Juniors in 2024, beating several top clubs to secure the highly rated youngster. However, he found regular opportunities hard to come by on the South Coast. His move to Strasbourg proved crucial, giving him the platform to unlock his full potential. His performances in League One have been outstanding, reigniting his club career, and earning him a recall to the Argentina national team, where he recently scored his first international goal. He is now firmly in contention for a place in Argentina's upcoming World Cup squad. Barco's rapid rise has attracted strong interest across Europe, with Marseille and Monaco tracking him closely, while RB Leipzig and Tottenham Hotspur also monitored his progress. Despite the competition, Chelsea, operating under the Blueco model, were determined to stay ahead and secure his future. Team Talk understands that discussions with Strasbourg manager Liam Rosenior played a key role, as his backing convinced Chelsea that Barco is ready for the next step. The player also held talks with Rosenior and senior Chelsea figures to better understand the club's long-term project, and he was impressed enough to commit to the move. Although Barco has often been deployed as a left-back, Chelsea plan to utilize him primarily in central midfield, valuing his versatility as a major strength. Meanwhile, Brighton are also set to benefit financially from the transfer. Sources confirm they included a sell-on clause in the deal when allowing him to leave, meaning they will receive a share of the fee once the move is completed. With a long-term contract now in place, Chelsea believe they have secured one of Europe's most exciting young prospects, a player capable of making a big impact in the Premier League. Latest Chelsea updates: Núñez link and Koundé pursuit. In a separate development, Team Talk previously revealed that Chelsea have been approached by representatives of Darwin Núñez regarding a potential summer move. The former Liverpool striker is reportedly keen on returning to European football after a difficult spell with Saudi side Al Hilal. Elsewhere, Chelsea are said to have revived their interest in Barcelona defender Jules Koundé, whom they nearly signed back in 2021. Reports suggest Barcelona could consider selling him this summer, putting the Blues on alert as they prepare a possible aggressive move. 4 Tottenham stars tipped to thrive under Roberto De Zerbi, including one struggling player. Former Premier League chief executive Keith Wyness has identified 4 Tottenham players he believes could improve significantly under Roberto De Zerbi, including one who has endured a very difficult spell since arriving at the club. Spurs currently find themselves in a tough situation, and the hope is that De Zerbi can help turn things around. The 2 managers before the ex-Brighton boss, Thomas Frank and Igor Tudor, failed to make much of an impact, with Tudor leaving Tottenham just 1 point above the relegation zone. The fact that De Zerbi has signed a 5-year contract shows that Spurs are prepared to support him for the long term, regardless of how the final 7 games unfold. However, their immediate priority will be avoiding relegation this season. For that to happen, several players will need to raise their performance levels, and Wyness has named 4 who he feels are most likely to benefit from De Zerbi's arrival. Speaking to Football Insider, Wyness said, "At Brighton, his strikers seem to get a lot out of his coaching. I look at players like Randall Kolo Muani, Mathys Tel, and to some extent Xavi Simons. They are the sort of players who could really benefit from his style, his ideas, and the way he motivates a group. He has the ability to bring players together. At Brighton, it took some time for people to fully understand what he wanted to do. This time, though, he doesn't have that luxury. He knows he needs to make an impact straight away, and that changes everything. Those attacking players are the ones I believe could gain the most from his management. In midfield, someone like Conor Gallagher could also suit his aggressive and energetic approach. There are definitely areas where things could improve. From Tottenham's point of view, they'll be hoping this becomes a positive influence rather than something that causes division in the dressing room. De Zerbi understands the challenge. In front of him, he has to get everyone pulling in the same direction. Midfielders such as Manuel Locatelli, Pascal Gross, and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg have all enjoyed strong spells under De Zerbi at previous clubs, so there is reason to believe he could also help Gallagher rediscover his best form. The England international will certainly be hoping for a fresh start under the new manager after what has been a very disappointing spell in North London so far. Since joining Tottenham in January, Gallagher has featured in 11 matches and has managed to win only 1 of them. And in that particular game, he was only on the pitch for 9 minutes. He has also been on the losing side 8 times. His individual displays have not been particularly convincing either. Gallagher has only received a 7.0 SofaScore rating once during his Spurs career so far. His lowest rating came in the defeat to Crystal Palace when he scored 6.2, while he was given 6.3 in the recent 3-0 loss to Nottingham Forest. With De Zerbi now in charge, Gallagher will likely expect to return to the starting lineup and will be hoping he can finally produce performances that justify his reputation. Tottenham latest: Spurs' Ikean De Zerbi is also reportedly interested in strengthening Tottenham's squad, with Moise Kean said to be on his radar. The Italian striker has been performing well for Fiorentina, despite struggling during his previous spell in England with Everton. The Spurs boss is also believed to be considering a move for Tarek Muharemovic, with reports suggesting he wants to reunite with the defender from one of his former clubs, Sassuolo. Meanwhile, De Zerbi has also been told that both Guglielmo Vicario and Destiny Udogie should be sold this summer. Speaking on the matter, John Wenham said, "It's quite interesting that the two Italian players in the squad, given that De Zerbi is also Italian, are actually two players I think Tottenham should consider moving on this summer.